Harry's been very busy gallivanting off, of course, looking out for himself, making sure he gets a lot of positive PR. You know, the sort of PR that he blasted his stepmother Camilla for, but now making sure, of course, that everything he says, does, speeches, well, it's checked out. He's addicted to social media as much as Meghan Markle is behind the scenes. But let's not forget, allegedly, it's toxic to the rest of us. You know, we shouldn't be doing it, and we have to monitor everything we're doing. Of course, Harry's an adult at 40 years old, so one might suspect that should be okay now. You get the picture. But he's got bigger problems now to solve, literally, as he comes back over to his home in Montecito, California. This is because whatever he thought about the latest endeavour that he had, well, it's not going literally to plan. And the bosses apparently are looking more desperately for a, shall we say, refit. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time today. The beautiful Lambeth Palace behind me, of course. And if you can hear that, that's the helicopter flying above because there's been an incident on Lambeth Bridge. And this is, I'm sure it's the same in your part of the world. Suddenly, of course, the police can whip out the helicopter. But of course, if there's a fracas or indeed some shoplifting, no, they can't be bothered to come for that. Maybe they just like driving the helicopter. I'll leave it there. Back as ever, though, to your royal story of the day. Now, when you think about it, and you know, I've often said this before to you, I know, but when you are, it's like you and I, if you've had a job, you have to really curtail, don't you, to that boss. Whether you like the boss or not, you know, they're paying the salary, and you think, okay, they're asking me to do this, not keen, but I will do it because of the fact that you've got to do it. Well, of course, you know, if you are somebody like Prince Harry, you've lived a privileged life, you've done exactly what you wanted, and people have adored you. How dare anybody ask you to reaffirm anything? But this is the problem now facing Prince Harry, because as you all know, his Polo series is going to be starting in December. The worst time ever to launch a program, literally. So Netflix clearly know what they're doing. And this 5-part series really focuses on Prince Harry's passion, that is polo. And we've seen a lot of it. We saw most of it being filmed, as many people know, throughout the summer. And it features his good chum, Nachos, all that sort of stuff. But as you may also know, they're unhappy with it. The boss, particularly at Netflix, is not, well, thrilled at all, simply because there's no real drama. It's kind of like a story about polo, but it's not exactly the everyman sport, is it? Now, what's fascinating, I find, is that when you think about it, you would have assumed, you know, that Harry might have thought, does this make good television? Will people be interested in it? Well, the problem, as I've just told you, is that Harry doesn't make television for the people. He's there making it thinking, well, I'm Harry, and if I put this out, people are going to adore it. It's as simple as that. Well, the bosses are not thrilled, and they want Harry back, and they want it back in the edit, and they want more of him, and they want some drama. As ever, we have to say allegedly. Now, you might say, well, does he care? Does he bother? Well, he will have to care because, you know, this literally, after the Heart of Invictus bombing, and of course a cooking show which looks like it's gone off the boil with his wife, Meghan Markle, one would suspect that Harry very much needs to look at the product and say, does this work for the audience? That's the important bit. Moving forward, I've been told that Harry's going to be having a chatette, a meeting, whatever you want to call it, with the relevant people to see which exciting bits he left out of the edit. One would suspect if they've made 5 episodes, that all the best bits are already in there. And one insider tells me, working on this particular project, that if that's the case, they'll have to go out and, shall we say, add more. In television terms, that means create some drama. Now, who can he turn to for that, do you think? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.